Now let's see the fifth problem, wherein again we are asked to find out the convolution integral of the two signals. Here, the case is the first signal. What is the range of the first signal? Can you identify the range of the first signal? It is u of t plus 2 minus u of t minus 1. So this is the signal, first signal. What is the range of this?
-2 to 1.
-2 to 1. Very good. And what is the range of this x2 of t? So this is something that one needs to be good with. Yeah, you can take a try.
-infinity to -2.
No, it's not -infinity to -2 now. It is -infinity
-2
to 2.
to infinity.
-infinity to 2, we should say. Okay, we should start from the lower value of t. So that's -infinity to 2, because we cannot say 2 to -infinity now, because in integration, everybody just understand this. In integration, if I say -infinity to 2, okay, it is not equal to what? 2 to -infinity. Why? A negative sign would come here for that to be equal. Understand that? So for this to be equal, a negative sign should come. So you cannot, in summation, yes. In summation, it could have easily done that. But here there will be a minus sign. So you need to be a little careful. We should always go from -infinity to 2. Fine. So now let's solve this problem. Fine. So this will be a little tricky. Fine, but let's not bother. Let's go on with this. The number of cases would increase now, because this is finite signal, this is infinite signal. So the number of cases would increase. Fine. So if it is both finite, both infinite, it is just two cases. Yeah. Both are infinite length signals. So there are just two cases. One is when t plus 2 is less than 0, and another one is when t plus 2 greater than 0. It's just this. Okay. But here, the number of cases would increase now. Fine. If it is one finite and one infinite, the number of cases would increase. If it is both finite signals, there'll be more number of cases to deal with. So such a signal we have seen in discrete time. We shall take that here also. Fine. So first signal we have taken as that. So therefore we can write our y of t to be equal to x1 of t convolution integral x2 of t. Fine, it is integration tau ranging from -infinity to +infinity, x1 of tau, x2 of t minus tau d tau. Fine. So let's write this now. Let's bring in x1 of tau and x2 of t minus tau here. So therefore, y of t would be integration tau ranging from -infinity to infinity, u of tau plus 2 minus u of tau minus 1. So this is one signal, the first signal. So we have written this with respect to tau now. Okay, and similarly, what would be your second signal? See here, this is your x2 of t. So where t is, this t needs to be now replaced by t minus tau, and you need to be really very careful regarding what we are doing now. So everybody focus, because it's not a straightforward problem as we have been seeing earlier. So this needs to be written as u of minus, again we have to open a bracket. See, if you don't open a bracket, see what happens. If we write just t as t minus tau, it looks like t minus tau plus 2. So this is wrong. This is not what I want to see. So the t has got minus along with it. So it has to be what? This needs to be written as this in the bracket, t minus tau should come. So it would make a difference. Okay. So if you don't do this, the whole exercise, you'll be spending maybe 15 to 20 minutes for this problem in the exam. So if you make this mistake, that 15 minutes that you spend on this problem is waste, because you're not going to get the required results. Fine. So since if this t has minus along with it, Fine. So you need to be really, really careful because that t needs to be replaced as t minus tau, and that t minus tau needs to be kept in the bracket. If you don't do that, you'll end up doing mistake. Okay, so you need to take care of that. Therefore, y of t can be written as tau ranging from minus infinity to infinity. Okay, u of tau plus 2, u of tau minus 1. This is what is the signal, the first signal. So this first signal is not a problem, it's a finite signal. Okay, so that would not be a problem. But this, how should we be writing this now? This is minus t plus tau plus 2. Now further we need to write this in the required form. So can we write that further? Let's just take this. I don't know why it's not getting copied. Okay, the signal has come now. So we need to rearrange this particular point. So this needs to be written properly. So what is this actually? What needs to be here? So it is minus t, or let's say it is tau plus so what is this here? 2 minus t. Can we do this? U of tau plus 2 minus t. Yeah, this is what is the signal. Right? Tau plus 2 minus t I've written. So this is not a reflected signal, mind you. Okay. So can anybody tell me what is the range of this? So the range of this is, it is 1 for tau ranging from minus 2 to 1. And this is 1 for tau equal to where to where? Anybody? What is the range of this signal now when it comes into the equation?
T minus 2 to infinity.
T minus 2 to infinity. Okay. Okay. So it is t minus 2 to infinity or minus of t minus 2 to infinity. Check it properly. Yeah. It is t minus 2 to infinity or minus t minus 2 to infinity. See here? It is this actually. Tau plus 2, right? It is not u of minus tau now. It is with respect to tau. That's why I told you this is very tricky. So it is u of tau plus 2 minus 2. That is means you're as good as looking at this. Let me show you. It is u of tau plus, what is u of tau plus 1? It goes from tau equal to minus 1 to infinity. If it is minus tau, it goes from 1 to infinity. Understand? So that part you need to be really good with. Understand? So it is as good as saying this, or it is 1 for tau ranging from what? T minus 2 to infinity, because this minus is there, right? I just took that minus within now. It is t minus 2 to infinity. Both are ones only. So let's sketch that signal now, everybody. So therefore, if we sketch, we have the signal. So this is the first signal. Fine. So this is x1 of tau signal. So which needs to be this. It is going from minus 2 to plus 1, right? If this is tau, so it's minus 2 to plus 1. Minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1. Okay, it is 1 from, So this is the first signal. X2 of t minus tau is what we are writing now. We are writing x2 of t minus tau. Okay, and that signal is this, mind you, that signal has become this. So it is 1 from t minus 2 to infinity. It is 1 from t minus 2 to infinity. So you need to be really, really good with the second signal. So it's t minus 2 to infinity. It is 1. So this is how the signal is. And when could there be a no overlapping case? Now for the change, see this signal is moving from this side. Okay, because of the second signal in that form, the dugout is here. Earlier the dugout used to be here and we used to move in this direction, right? Now you move in this direction, not a problem. Okay, this is, he's the first person and he's the first person here. For these two to be handshaking, t minus 2 should be equal to 1. And for more players to handshake, t minus 2 should be greater than 1. Understand that? So we had taken this earlier itself. So one thing that you need to be really careful regarding this is, as I've told you, this is finite, this is infinite length. Fine. And the range of this is from minus 2 to 1. Range of this is from, anybody? Minus infinity to plus 2. Okay. And we have seen how to rearrange all this. This is what is very important, I was telling you. Fine. So let's just move on with the different cases that we are going to have. Fine. So this is the first signal, which is ranging from minus 2 to 1, because see here it's tau plus 2. U of tau plus 2 starts from t equal to minus 2. Okay, and this is being subtracted, means this will end at tau equal to 1. So that signal is this. And what is this signal? This signal is u of tau plus something. That means u of tau plus 2 means here u of tau plus 2, where it is starting? It is starting at minus 2 and goes till infinity. So that means u of tau plus 2 minus t would start at 2 minus t, minus 2 minus t rather, and goes till infinity. And so instead of writing it as minus 2 minus t, okay, we shall write it as t minus 2 like this. Is that okay with you? So t minus 2 to infinity is what the second signal is going, and the first signal is going from minus 2 to 1. The only difference in the scenario here is, earlier the signals that we were having were like this. They were coming from here. If suppose here is the dugout on the left hand side, okay, they used to enter the ground from there, from this particular direction. Whereas in this particular problem here, the players are coming down from the dugout from right hand side. So that is the only difference. So he's the first person now, and on the other side he's the first person. Fine, it's the same scenario. Fine. Now let's take the number of cases. Can you tell me what is the first case here? Anybody? What is the first case that we have to be looking at? Anybody? So let me just draw that. Case number 1, you'll understand what it is. Case 1. Fine. So let's have this stationary signal in red color. Fine, it is going from minus 2 to 1, and it is 1 throughout. Fine, there is another signal which is coming. Let's take blue for this. There is another signal which is coming from right hand side now. This is also 1, okay, and this is t minus 2. but these two signals are still not what? Overlapping. So that means which case is this? This case is anybody now? This
T
case,
minus 2 greater than 1.
is it greater than 1? Yeah, very good. So when t minus 2 is greater than 1. See, if t minus 2 moves is on this side, means these are all greater than 1s. These are all less than 1s. Understand, 0 somewhere comes here. So fine. Okay. So this t minus 2 is when greater than 1. What is happening? Is there any overlap? No. Right. So instead of saying that it has t greater than 1, we can also say that it is when t is greater than 3, because 2 comes on the other side. So it becomes t greater than 2 plus 1. So when it is t greater than 3, no overlapping. Get that point? So it's no overlapping. So when there is no overlapping, it implies that our y of t is 0 for t greater than 3 is what is the first case, no overlapping case. Fine. So let me write the second case now. Case 2. Let me show you how it looks like. So the stationary signal is the same. It will not move, let's say. So it's minus 2 to 1, and it is 1 from minus 2 to 1. Now let me take this moving signal and let that moving signal come over here. Okay, so this is t minus 2 now. Now this t minus 2, when it is equal to 1, then also there is overlapping. When it is greater than 1, less than 1, when it is equal to 1 and less than 1, there is overlapping. So when it just comes and stands here, what I mean is this. Here, let me take that as red. Yeah. So this is the signal you have. Okay. And the other signal, if it just comes and stands over this. Okay. So this is 1, and at the same point you have t minus 2. So then also there is overlapping. Everybody understand that? So when it is equal to 1 and less than 1, when t minus 2 is equal to 1 and less than 1, okay, the overlapping is happening. Understand that? So we shall say there is overlapping happening. But which case is this? First, we should understand the case. For it, I said it is t greater than 3, right? So likewise, for what is t here? So let's see that. So that this is, I can say, when t minus 2 is less than or equal to 1, I can say. Or I can even say t minus 2 is what? Greater than minus 2. This also I can say. Everybody understand this point? Here, t minus 2 is greater than is less than or equal to 1 is one case, and the other case is t minus 2 is greater than minus 2. So how it would look like? So this is as good as saying when t is less than or equal to 3. That is this. And what is this? When t is greater than anybody? 0. So this together is giving us this. So when t is less than or equal to 3, sorry, when t is greater than, let me just write that properly. When t is greater than 0 and less than or equal to 3. So this is the case. Understand that? So when t is greater than 3, it is this, no overlapping. When t is less than or equal to 3 and when t is greater than 0 is the case this. So in this range, in this case, there is overlapping, and overlapping is happening in this particular range. So everybody understand that? So can you tell me the overlapping range now? So overlapping range is therefore overlapping. range is tau ranging from we can say t minus 2 to 1. Okay, t minus 2 to 1, because from here we shall always go from this point to this point, from this point to this point. Okay, let's not come from this point to this point. Okay, fine. So it is from t minus 2 to 1. Everybody understand that? Now let's go with this. Now there is, let's see another case. What if this t minus 2 is equal to minus 2? What would be that? That we can take next, not a problem. Let's see how it works out. Therefore equation 1 implies y of t is actually equal to integration tau ranging from where to where? T minus 2 to 1. Okay, t minus 2 to 1. What is there in that range? What are both the signals? The blue signal is also 1, the red signal is also 1. So it is 1 into 1 is what we get. Okay, so with respect to tau we are integrating it. So it would be integration of 1 with respect to tau is tau, and apply the limits of integration. So what would this be? So this would be what? 1 minus of t minus 2. So you need to be good with the brackets. Fine. So in that sense, this would be what? 3 minus t. Yes. So this would be 3 minus t. From 0 to 3, it is 3 minus t. Fine. So therefore we can say y of t is 3 minus t for t, what? The case for t greater than 0, for t greater than 0 and less than or equal to 3. Fine. So this is what the second case is. Now can you tell me the third case? Let me write the third case. So this is, I've been showing you this. So from here it is moving. Earlier there was no overlapping. Then there is overlapping when t minus 2 is equal to 1 or less than 1. So that is what we have written in the second case. Now what I'll do, this further comes here. This further comes and goes beyond this. When t minus 2 is what? Greater than minus 2 is what we are seeing now. Fine. So let's do that. Case number 3. Case 3, let me write the stationary signal first. Stationary signal is going from where to where? Minus 2 to 1. So let's have the moving signal. Let me say the moving signal is like this. It's overlapping. Okay, and this is your t minus 2. So which case is this? Here we said when it is when t minus 2 is less than minus 2, we said, right? Now when this t minus 2 is greater than or equal to minus 2, let's say when this t minus 2 is okay, greater than or what? Less than
Sir.
Yeah, when this t minus 2 is less than or equal to minus 2. So this case is when t minus 2 is less than or equal to minus 2. That's it. On other side we don't have anything to say. So this is as good as saying when t is less than or equal to 0. Right? So when it is less than or equal to 0, what would happen? What is the range of overlap? Anybody? What is the range of overlap? From where to where the overlapping of two signals are happening?
-2 to 1.
-2 to 1. That's quite simple. See, there are very few people who have been responding. Okay, what I assume is the people who are responding only will keep responding, the others will not. Unless the others do that, you will not learn. You will not be able to focus. See that you also respond. Okay. Yeah. Because when you start responding, you will start focusing well. So you'll also think, okay, next what is that he's going to ask? Let me answer that. So that curiosity needs to be there. That is when the learning becomes efficient. Fine. So therefore, the overlapping range now. Overlapping range is from tau equal to -2 to 1. So therefore, equation 1. What is the equation 1? I've been just writing equation 1, but you should know what equation 1 is. Okay, so the last equation that we write here. So this is equation 1. Have I written that as equation? No. This is your equation 1. Okay, we don't have to look into it every time, because if there is something we have taken outside here, outside the integration, yes, there we need to be a little careful. But since there is nothing outside the integral, everything is within it, fine. So you just have to see this particular sketch, and in the overlapping range, what is blue color, what is red color signal? That's it. Fine. So it's y of t would be, now the overlapping range is -2 to 1. In that overlapping range, again, both the signals are 1. So d tau. Fine. So integration of 1 is tau, and we have to apply the limits of integration. So that is 1 minus of -2. Okay. So therefore, we can say y of t is 3 for t less than or equal to 0. And now when we write the summary of this, okay, we should have covered the whole range starting from -infinity to +infinity. Understand? So let's see, have we done that or not? Let's summarize this and let's see if we have covered the range, whether we have covered the range from -infinity to +infinity or not. So y of t, the first thing that we saw was 0. Y of t 0 for no overlapping case. Okay, that is for t greater than 3. T greater than 3 means from 3 to infinity, we can say. So this is from for t greater than 3 case. Then we have 3 minus t. Fine. It is 3 minus t for t greater than 0, less than or equal to 3. Okay. T greater than 0, less than or equal to 3. Then it is 3 for t less than or equal to 0. And see if we have covered the whole range starting from -infinity to +infinity or not. So this goes from 4 to infinity, and this goes from 0 to 3 or 0 to 4. From 3 to infinity, you say this is 3 to infinity. Okay, let me just write that for you, whether have we covered the whole range or not. This is from 3 to infinity. This is from 0 to 3. This is from -infinity to 0. See, from -infinity to +infinity we have covered. So in every summary that we obtain, let me just go and check the other summaries, okay, and the other problems. See, what is the range of this? U of t plus 2 means from -2 to infinity it is this, and from -infinity to 2 it is 0. See, -infinity to -2 it is 0. From -2 to infinity it is this. The whole range has been covered. Okay, why there are just two cases? Because both the signals are infinite signals. So when both the signals are infinite signals, the number of cases would be less. Understand that? The number of cases would be less. Get that point? So if you have one finite and the other one infinite, you will get 3 cases. Understand? When both are finite, there will be any number of cases. That depends on how the signal is. Fine. We have one such signal for you, which is really challenging. Okay. So let's just copy that. Let's not take that now. Okay. So this is left for your what? Working, or for your assignment rather. So let me take that. Fine. So the thing that I wanted to give you is, so this is problem number, anybody? I always miss on that.
6, sir.
6, right? Okay. The 6th problem, it's very time consuming one, because in the 6th problem, see what I'm going to give you. In the 6th problem, you have to what? Evaluate or obtain, let's say. Obtain the convolution integral of the following signals. And for a change, the following signals are not given in the form of what? Equations, but they have been given in the form of a sketch. Okay, so this is 1 from -1 to 1. So this is your x of t. Fine. So they have given us another signal, because we need to have 2 signals. That's quite obvious. And the second signal that they are giving us is this. It is 1 from 1 to 3. And it is 2 from 3 to 4. This is 1 from 1 to 3, and this is 2 from 3 to 4. So this is the signal, the second signal rather. That is your y of t, or let's say h of t. You need to you need to obtain the convolution integral of these 2 signals. There are too many cases which will come here. Just too many cases. Let's not try to see what equation this will assume, what equation this will assume. No. Fine. So how to attempt this particular question, we'll see. Okay. Then I may not solve the full problem. Let's see how the things go on. Fine. If I'm able to give you the clarity in first few cases, let me stop there. If I think no, that's not going good, let me think what I should be doing regarding this. Fine. So everybody just concentrate. This is something that will take a lot of time, but yes, at the same time, very interesting also. So how to deal with such problems? Okay. So they have asked us to obtain the convolution integral, right? So it is x of t convolution integral h of t. So among this, which one would you like to be moving, and which one you would like to be stationary? Which one you want to be moving and which one you want to be stationary? The one which you want to be stationary, let's have that as our first signal, and the one which you want to be moving, let's have that as second signal. Always let us have a little complex signal, comparatively complex signal. This is more complex than this, right? So this is 1 throughout, there is absolutely no problem. But here it is 1 for some duration and it is 2 for some other duration. So both the values are there. So let this be our first the signal. Fine. So let me write that signal. So since I want
h of t to be my first signal. So I'll just interchange this. Since I want h of tau to be the stationary signal. Since I want h of tau to be stationary, okay, so let's do this. And this is possible because convolution integral as well as the sum is what? Commutative in nature. So you can interchange, not at all a problem. Fine. So now, therefore, y of t would look like integration where tau is ranging from minus infinity to infinity, h of tau, okay, x of t minus tau, d tau. So this is what is the signal. Fine. Now we need to sketch h of tau and we need to sketch h of t minus tau also. Okay, so this is quite interesting. H of tau is directly we can write. Can anybody give me h of t minus tau? What is h of t? X of t is that I want x of t minus tau with respect to tau when it is being sketched with respect to tau. Anybody, can you just work that? I'm anyway sketching h of tau for you. Fine. Can you just give me x of t minus tau with the sketch? The sketch is there. You just need to give me that. So I'll just write this signal 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 4. This is 1. This is 2. And this is h of tau for you. So x-axis is tau. Now I need x of t minus tau. Anybody? Can you tell me how x of t minus tau looks like? Let me do that here for your understanding. Okay, let me do it in different color because you should understand that this is being done as an exercise. That's it. That this can be avoided if you know how. So what you need to do is this. So the signal is this -1 to 1. So this is your h of tau and it is 1. And with respect to tau, you are doing it. Fine. And since this is an even signal, understand everybody, this is an even signal. Okay. Since it is an even signal, what we can say is your h of tau is actually equal to h of minus tau. -1, 0, 1. Now, what is h of t minus tau? Anybody, can you give me what is h of t minus tau? Yeah. I've given you h of minus tau. Give me h of t minus tau. Go on. Try that. So this is shifting h of minus tau to the right by t units. Everybody understand that? H of minus tau is here. H of t minus tau is shifting h of minus tau to the right by t positions. So that means if you shift this by t, so this is t plus 1, it's adding t, and this is t minus 1. So everybody understand this point? So this is what is your stationary signal h of t minus tau. Anything that you have to ask me regarding this? Earlier we were not bothering about this. So because this used to be from minus infinity to t plus 1. But now since this is finite, if this is being shifted by t, this also gets shifted to the right? So it is, if it is adding t to this one, it is also adding t to this minus 1 because this is finite in length. So that is why h of t minus tau looks like this. Is everybody okay with this? Yes? Fine. See, if you are not okay with that, you can talk to me, you can talk to your friends, but you need to be clear with that. If you're not clear with that, even after doing so many problems, it's problem. Okay, so you will have a lot of problems to face otherwise. So let's write this signal like this. Fine.
Sir,
This is,
signal h of tau or x of tau.
this is sorry, yeah, this is x of tau. Sorry, that is x of tau. Fine, because x of t is something that we have taken as. So let's just take that as h of tau, because x of tau is what we have taken as our second signal. Good, that's a good observation. So these are all x. This is x of tau, x of minus tau, x of t minus tau. Okay. So what we are writing now is x of t minus tau. Okay, this is t plus 1 and it is 1 throughout. Now, can you tell me the first case of no overlapping? First case of no overlapping. Anybody? You can move this signal now. You can move this signal from here, or you can move this signal from here. So let's move this signal from here. Okay. So this signal is moving from here, from dugout to the place on field. So this is the first player standing, and this is the first player who is coming from this side. So when would there be a no overlapping case? Till this person does
No
not
less
mean
than
this
one.
person. Huh?
T plus 1 less than 1.
T plus 1 less than 1. Very good. So that is the first case. Case 1. So when t plus 1 is less than 1. So it is as good as saying t less than 0. Yes? T plus 1 less than 1 means it is t less than 1. So let me write that as I've been doing that. Okay. So it is time consuming exercise, but so I'm not writing this to scale the x-axis. I'm just doing this. Fine. So this is it. What I'm writing is this. So this is t minus 1. This is t plus 1. No overlap. See here? So this is 1. This is 4. No overlapping. See here? So this t plus 1 is less than 1. So when t plus 1 is less than 1, we can say it is t less than 0. Right? So therefore, there is no overlap. Fine? There is no overlap. So therefore, we can say no overlapping. Fine. So this implies that our y of t is 0 for t less than 0. Is the first case. No overlapping case. Now, can you give me case 2? Case 2. Let me sketch that. Let me first sketch that. Okay. One, this is 3, this is 4. Okay. Now, this signal is this. Fine. So this is t minus 1. This is t plus 1. Is that okay with you, everybody? So this is the case we need to see now. Fine. So first let me write which case is this. This case can be written as t minus 1 or t plus 1 greater than or equal to 1, or t plus 1 less than 3. Understand that? Now one more thing that you should know is the width of this is smaller than the width of this. The moving signal has got width less than this, because what is the width of this? This is width of this is 2. What is the width of this? Width of this is 4. Okay, width of this is 2, width of this is 4. So you should know that this is narrower compared to this stationary signal. Understand that? So keep that in mind. Now. So t plus 1 is less than 3. We can also say t minus 1 is less than 1. So what would this look like? So this is t greater than or equal to 0. So this is t less than 2. And this also is t less than 2. So there is no conflict of interest now. See? So we are interested in these two, or we are interested in these two, whatever we say. So this we can say is t minus 1 less than 1, or we can say t plus 1 greater than or equal to 1, or we can say t plus 1 less than 3. Okay, so together, which case is this? Together, this is t greater than or equal to 0 less than 2 case. This is the case. What is the overlapping range in this particular case? Anybody? So the overlapping range is this.
1 to t plus 1.
1 to t plus 1 is the overlapping range. So equation number 1, what does it become? So everybody just write that. Therefore, equation 1 implies that y of t is equal to, what is equation 1? So it's straightforward equation now. So we have not substituted any equation, any signals there. Fine, but we know what is h of tau and x of t minus tau. See, the red one is h of tau and the blue one is x of t minus tau. Fine. So we have integration tau ranging from 0 to 2 because the integration range is that. Sorry, the overlapping range is that. And in that overlapping range, both are ones. So it would be tau ranging from 0 to 2. So it is 2. Right? So y of t is, we can say therefore, y of t is 2 for t, what? Greater than or equal to 0, less than 2. So this is the second case. See, now there is a mistake here. This is not what we have to do. So in the limits of integration, I should have taken the overlapping range. So that mistake I did. Okay. So first I need to read the overlapping range and then take this. Fine. So now overlapping range. Tau equal to, from where to where it is ranging? Okay, 1 to t plus 1 is the overlapping range. Okay, tau equal to 1 to t plus 1. So therefore, equation number 1 would imply y of t is integration tau ranging from 1 to t plus 1. That's the mistake we did. Okay, and it's 1. Both the signals are 1 in that integration range. Fine. So it is tau now 1 to t plus 1. Fine. So which means that it is y of t equal to 1, oh sorry, it's t plus 1 minus 1. So which means that y of t is t for t greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2. Is it okay with you? Now let's go with the next case. Can you give me the next case? Case 3. I'll just write the case 3 here, then I'll take this down. Case 3 now. So let me write the what? The signal as it is. Fine, this is 1, 2. sorry, this is 1 or 0, 1, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Fine. Now, the other signal that we have is this. The other signal is this. Because this width is 2 and this width is 2. Understand? So if I bring this here, so this has to go beyond 3. So that we need to understand. Everybody's okay with that? So if I just bring it on 1, if I bring t plus 1, sorry, t minus on 1, t plus 1 exactly coincides with 3. If I bring t minus 1 on 1, t plus 1 directly exactly coincides with 3. So what I'm doing is I'm taking it beyond that particular range. Understand that? So this is what I'm doing. So this is my, let me write. So this is actually t minus 1 and this is t plus 1. So this is what we're doing in case 3. So let's see case 3 and I'll leave the remaining cases to you. Okay. Let's do control X. Yeah. Now let's analyze this. So which case this would be? Now we have stopped here at 2. In the last case, in the first case, we had stopped at 0. So it's t less than 0. So it is t greater than 0, less than 2. Now here we should start from 2. Okay, is what we need to understand. Fine. So let's do this properly. So this and this is 4. So this is t minus 1. This is t plus 1. Okay. Overlapping range is t minus 1 to t plus 1. Overlapping range is here. Overlapping range is this. But before overlapping range, we have to say which case is this. So which case is this? This is when this is t minus 1, right? So this is t minus 1. When t minus 1 is greater than or equal to 1, or we can say t minus 1 is less than 3, or we can say t plus 1 is greater than or equal to 3, or t plus 1 less than 4. We can say anything, but let's see what happens. So this is as good as saying t greater than or equal to 2. So that is what we need here, because we have stopped at t less than 2. So we need to see from t greater than or equal to 2. Okay, so this again is t less than 2. No, t less than 2 is already taken care of, so this will not come into picture. T plus 1 is greater than or equal to 3. That means it is t greater than or equal to 2. So this and this are same. This and this are same. Okay, so let's not go with this. This already is taken care of here. So this is t plus 1 less than 4. So that means it is t less than 3. Fine. So let's go with these two. From 2 to 3. Fine. So this is t greater than or equal to 2 and less than 3 is the case. Fine. So what would happen in this particular case? So overlapping range, everybody. Tell me the overlapping range. Anybody? What is the overlapping range? It is tau ranging from t minus 1 to t plus 1. Fine. So therefore, equation 1 implies y of t equal to integration tau ranging from t minus 1 to t plus 1, and in that range both are ones, the red signal and the, oh, it's not both ones. See here, from t minus 1 to 3 it is 1, from 3 to t plus 1 it is 2. So that is something that we need to understand now. Okay, so here you need to be a little careful. Let me just give you this again. Okay, you have to see this and you should answer that. Let me just take this. Yeah, see here, y of t, that is from tau ranging from t minus 1 to 3, it is 1, right? Plus from tau ranging from 3 to t plus 1, it is 2. So this is what is tricky about this problem. The range of overlap is this, but in range of overlap there are two values. From t minus 1 to 3 it is 1, from 3 to tau t plus 1 it is 2. Okay, so what I mean is this is 2 and this is 1. Understand that? So how this would look like? How this would look like? Therefore y of t would be tau with limits 3 t minus 1, and this would be 2 tau from the limits t plus 1 and 3. So what would this be? So this would be 3 minus t minus 1. I think we can put the bracket. We have to. Then 2 into t plus 1 minus 3. So this is what it is looking like. So it is 3 minus t plus 1 plus 2t plus 2 and minus 6. So what would this be? Anybody? So this is 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. So these all would go. So you're left with what? 2t minus t. So it is t. So y of t is t again for what? From where to where? For t greater than or equal to 2 and less than 3. For t greater than or equal to 2 and less than 3. And in the previous case also it was t. In the previous case also it was t. See here, everybody. See, it was t from 0 to 2 and it is t from 2 to 3 also. So we can combine these two cases. So we can just say that it is t from 2 to 3. We can directly. So this also is from 2 to 3. No, see here, from 0 to 2 it is t. From 2 to 3 also it is t. So that means from 0 to 3 it is t. Understand? So we can club case 2 and 3. Okay, so this is how this problem needs to be done. So you can just try complete the whole problem. I'll give you the answer. You can just try get this yourselves, because if I keep doing this you'll not be able to learn. Fine. So with these three cases you can easily understand what the thing should be, what the method of solving this should be. I've given you three cases. Obtain all the other cases, and the last case being again non-overlapping range. The last case would begin non-overlapping range. Okay, so it is 0 for t less than 0. It is t for t greater than or equal to 0 and less than 3. So this is case 2 and 3 combined. Okay, we have combined case 2 and 3 here in the second one. Then it is 6 minus t for t greater than or equal to 3 less than 4. Then it is 10 minus 2t for t greater than or equal to 4 and then less than 5, and it is 0 for t greater than or equal to 5. So this problem needs to be given to me as an assignment. So you have to solve this as an assignment and submit this in Google Classroom. Understand that? So I've given you 3 cases. That 3 cases are 2 answers here. Okay, so this is second answer here is case 2 and case 3 combined. We had seen it from 0 to 2 and from 2 to 3. Okay, since in both the cases it is t, we have combined the 2 cases. Understand that? Okay, and this is 6 minus t, this is 10 minus 2t. Fine. So this is how it looks like. Fine. So this you need to do as an assignment and submit in Google Classroom by Saturday. By Saturday, I've given you enough of time.